Hello everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. We had a little incident in the last episode, where some insurgents who are opposed to the peace with the dragons caused a little ruckus. Now, with Lord Artoriel out doing other things, and Lord Amanelaine being his useless self, it's up to Thancred and I to keep things calm out here. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Chirurgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Well, at least this guy's still on board with the peace. He might think it's ruined, but Ofnir's not even here yet. There's still a chance this'll be okay. Jocelyn. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them in the True Brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. It's true. What about the people whose loved ones died fighting the dragons? It was a war that Ishgard perpetuated, but that doesn't still the hurts, you know? I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? When I see him and Sir Aymeric take their bloody change and shove it up their asses, I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Well, not everybody's gonna be understanding. Lord Amanelaine is pretty useless, though. Normally, he's just funny useless. In this case, he was catastrophically useless. Well, what say you? So the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all the casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Oh, Thancred. We'll get Minfilia back, don't worry, there's gotta be a way. Lord Artoriel and the first commander should have returned by now. Oh god, what a mess they'll be walking into. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Amanelaine, and I somehow doubt he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Guy's gonna have to grow up fast. Things are about to get ugly. He's not saying anything. Fury, take me. What a disaster. I never should have left. My apologies, Foxy. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we do now? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Amanelaine ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down, still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The Chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seemed disillusioned. You spoke with them then. I see. Sir Aymeric placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Aymeric's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Foxy, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Sure, why not? Get up, Amadeline. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions, in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honoro. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I've not seen him for some time. Honoro? Honoro! I could have sworn he was... Oh dear. I too had best remain here for a time. I should hope that the worst is past, but it is too early to say for certain. Once I've determined that my presence is no longer required, I will return to the capital as well. Pray give my regards to the Lord Commander. Well, first we have to find Honoro. It's a bit too hectic out here for him to be out there alone. Oh, Honoro, where have you disappeared to? Outside the city? Oh, there you are. City. This is a hamlet.
Onawa!
Onawa, that's how you'd say it.
No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Straight ready to punch him.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Thancred.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Oh.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
No. No, you have not. Oh, Thancred. I forgot about that part. Holy shit. Damn. Surprised he didn't break his jaw. I will take him to the Chirurgians. It is the least I can do. Yeah, you do that. I mean, I can't blame either of them. God, it really has all fallen apart. You okay, buddy? I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this, but he... Sounds like you don't really know it, Thancred. What's this thing look like? You know, that's kind of cool. We'll keep it for glamour purposes. Oh, I already have one. Why did I buy these things with fucking... Oh, whatever. What in the world? Hellfire Claws? No, not compare. Try it on. Pugilist. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend in Ishgard. Yes, we do. Maybe he'll pull himself out. Maybe not. Thancred's right. We can't wait. Things really are coming to a head. There's just too much happening at once. We were doing so well, too. You are expected, miss. Pray proceed. Thank you. Lord Edmund. We received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there? About to let it all out. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Foxy. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest, slack for judgment, was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Best let me do the talking, Thancred. You appear to be in no mood. I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder they were left behind? Left bereft, rather. For what was this sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. to hold on to the past without being beholden to it. Aye, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which are our nation's soul, lest we spur our other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises, to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment. A victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry, that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, as it is true. But if we should be defeated, though, even to hold our own against the cream of 3 nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Aymeric take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. That is, if that is his desire, then it shall be so. It shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Foxy, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. That is totally Aymeric. A grand melee. Distraction, at least. Ah, Lucia's back. Let's talk to her real quick. Forgive me, Foxy. I arrived but a moment ago and must needs unpack my things. We will speak again soon. Fair enough. So that is their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they've come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them? When the proposition is made, will you stand for Ishgard once more? Let's see. We've come this far, have we not? Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it would be a shame not to see it through to the bitter end. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Aymeric wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go see for myself. Oh, don't lie. You like Hilda. But he is Thancred. Well met, Foxy. Have you spoken with Sir Aymeric? Indeed I have. I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Aymeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness all too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Good idea. Hilda is, of course, a more practical woman than she is an honorable one. She would only pick and choose those who she knew she could spare, not those who would put on the best display, necessarily. Boop. I thought you had something to discuss with the first commander. Huzzah! We've been spoiling for a fight. We won't let Sir Aymeric down, you'll see. Bloody fool doesn't realize I have to sit this one out. If all the watch ran off with Sir Aymeric to play soldier, who'd be left to keep an eye on things here? Aw. Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Aymerick's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Have this. Well, well, seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with the choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were there. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation, and you the pillars. Do not look at me like that. I will begin my search in due time. Yeah, after you're done flirting with Hilda, of course. Well, it's comforting to know that he's still Thancred. He might not be in a good way, but he's still Thancred. Oh, of course he'd be in the Crozier. I carried Onawa to the manor. Our best chirurgeons are tending to him as we speak. He is yet to wake, but surely he will. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I am a son of House Fortom, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes. But not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Onawa, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Aymeric, and I will make my own decision. I hope it's the right one, dude. One of my favorite things about this expansion is that even the side characters have, like, a ton of development. Nobody feels just like a side character. Okay, I actually took some time to go through some roulettes and everything to get my armor all up to date, at least on this side for the most part. This side we're still working on, but visually we have all the correct armor. Hello, Thancred. Found him, did you? We sure did. The Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? I see. Very well, you may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Aymeric. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Aymeric de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Aymeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
Well, didn't Thancred say that this question was coming?
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
And of course we'll fight for Ishgard. I mean, it's kind of been our home for a long time now. We would not have come this far were it not for you, Foxy. It has been an honor and a privilege. Almost feels like things are coming to a head here. Gods help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating, too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, but not mine. Oh, you don't wanna step into the fray? Mayhap I ought to fight for the other side. You know, even the odds. Now that would be interesting. Sir Aymeric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made and Allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Foxy. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against Allied forces. Outside of Cardinal, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. Yeah, I've never done any of that PvP stuff in Cardinal. I'm not particularly interested in it. It's been a while since we've been at the Gates of Judgment. The Immortal Flames. Lieutenant Games, you honor us with your presence. There is a scurrilous rumor going around that you'll be taking the field with the Ishgardians. It isn't true, is it? Prepare to be disappointed. It ain't often highborn dandies deign to fight alongside us, hoi polloi. How do you say hoi polloi? I don't know how you say that. Like all our name days rolled into one, it is. And again, it's our national pride that's at stake. National and personal. I ain't about to let a snotty-nosed lordling show me up. Second Commander and Hilda's lieutenants shall see to the security of the city in my absence. The melee demands my undivided attention. 'Tis a matter of pride for the Alliance as well. They will not scruple to send their best against us. Yet we must not be too cowed. No, we must not be cowed. Too much rests on our success. It looks to be a veritable who's who of the Eorzean Alliance. The only question is, who came to watch and who came to fight? Nanamo. Definitely Nanamo. Nanamo came to fight? Somehow I don't think so. Anybody else out here? No? Looks like the others have yet to arrive. There she is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question... nothing. Never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That I am... mere... But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell I forgot how to say his name. Anawa, when he arrives, when he awakes, whatever. Fuck, I can't speak today. Here we go. I'm ready, old girl. Are you? I am. Let's do it. By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it's sudden, but we believed the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fortom into battle. Pray do us the honor. During the Grand Melee, some of your gear will be glamored, your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Okay, remember... remember that mission back in A Realm Reborn where we had to sneak in as Imperial soldiers and you had to put on shitty armor? You know how they don't make you do that here? Yeah. You'll see when we get into Stormblood. why this irritates me so much. Pippin! Ah. Roban is here too. Oh, Orshifant would have loved to see this.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Uldan, Gridanian, and Luminzan forces will be pitted against the company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury's Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatants will award your company 10. Marked combatants also possess enhanced abilities, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defeating and defending these combatants is the key to your victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard!
I wonder if Roban saw that I'm actually out there fighting for the Ishgardians. He better not be. I'm the one who sprung him from prison after all.
All is ready then. Very well.
Good to see Nanamo out there.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the Grand Melee begin!
She's recovered from her sleep, I see. Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's Pippin. And Commander Ricky.
Ishgard!
Let's take this guy out real quick. He's being healed. Alright, hit this guy.
Is that all you've got?
Hello. Needless to say, this isn't too hard, but it is fun. I see a lot of enemies that I can put a dot on. Down goes Pippin. Have to defend Lucia. Let's give her some help. Ah, Pippin's back up. Alright, Lucia can handle herself for a little while. They're all grouped up right here. And Ricky's back up. And Serpent Commander Hulo, he's out here too. All people we've seen throughout the game. The flame veteran here that we need to take care of. Oh shit, Roban and I are marked. It's gonna be a duel. Oh, here comes a... What the fuck is that? Cyclops! Cyclops! Everyone on your guard! All forces, fall back! Thancred. You want to tear some stuff up too, don't you? And Thancred just uppercut a Cyclops. Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Thancred. Daft sod. You heard the man. Back to it. All forces, form a line on Foxy, now! Yeah, I saw that coming. Oh god, Aymeric. It's to be a duel then. Lieutenant, I will not lie, I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. No, it's okay, Aymeric. Show me what the Black Bull of Alamigo can do. Was it the Black Bull or was it just the Bull? Was I just unintentionally racist there? So I'm thinking the Black Wolf. Oh god. All that text going by at the top, it's a little too quick for me to read, but you guys can read it. It's just the Bull of Alamigo. So, okay, I was a little bit unintentionally racist there. But it was unintentional. Immortal Flame. Oh god. Can't stand in that. Oh, fuck it. Aye, alright. Take your victory. You've earned it.
Did she win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors. Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Well, I hope you're not too sore, Raban.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Rauban. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people.
That resonates all too much with Nanamo.
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way.
I take it you killed the Cyclops.
The Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Oh, Thancred. Oh.
Tis but a scratch, I assure you. And I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns.
But you're important, Thancred.
Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
As we will, friend. As we will. Everybody seems to have cleared out. As long as I live, I shall never forget that duel. It was an inspiring and humbling in equal measure. I feel honor-bound to point out, however, that my father was fighting one-handed. This is true. Raban probably would have wiped the floor with me if not. Those bulls, I had forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege. Not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you've come, how much you've endured. A fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You've earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, Father. Well, it doesn't seem like there are any hard feelings. That's good. Looks like we have to meet up with Thancred, but let's talk to everybody else first. What are we waiting for? We must return to the capital at once and tell them all about our victory. The messengers have already been dispatched. Let us pray that this victory has the desired effect. That was just another battle for you, I bet. But for my lot, it weren't so much the fighting as not tripping over each other's feet. His lordship might think about laying on some actual training for us next time. I confess, it stung my pride to be brushed aside so easily. But when the flames subsided and I saw you standing there triumphant, there was only gladness in my heart. Well, don't feel bad. Raban's kind of a beast. Said your goodbyes? In all the years I've known Raban, I can ever recall seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Foxy. You made this happen. You have learned the emote Victory. Let's see. Victory. It's a cool little, like, a pose, like when you just finish a battle in the turn-based games. The Paladin one's pretty cool. I like it. That's nice. Alrighty. We've done it. Nay, you have done it. You brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what what reception awaits us. Oh, I sure hope it's a good one.
My lord!
Onawa.
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
Really, where have you been, Alphino?
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news.
And why weren't you guys there to watch it?
It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Aymeric, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
Maybe have a little more confidence in yourself now.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Y'shtola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
Where have you been, Alphino? You say you dueled General Rauban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Would that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make to Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artoirel has need of our assistance. That's a good idea. Poor Alphino. He's going through the same thing that Thancred is. He wasn't as close to Minfilia as he or Kryl was, but... well, we all know Alphino's a bit emotional. We are going to call things a little bit early here, though. Just because we are walking into some crazy stuff. And I want there to be ample time to tackle it. So, until the next time, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.